Hello everybody, my name is Kristen. Welcome to Visionaries Playground. I am a spiritual blogger and an intuitive card reader, and today I have for you messages from your spirit guides. Before we go into picking our group though, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for each and every one of you that watches my videos, whether this is your first time, whether you come back each week. I just want to say thank you. It really truly makes my day when I come on to check like my analytics and I see that people have liked my video, have subscribed to me, or even just watched the whole reading. That makes me so happy. The reading I posted last week, which was a love reading, ended up being my most viewed so far, and it's even still today getting views. So oh my gosh, so amazing. Thank you so much. That really makes me happy, and I really appreciate it. Obviously this is a newer tarot YouTube channel, but I think it's really great because if you decide to stick with me now, you'll be able to watch my channel grow and watch me grow as a reader. So I may not be as exciting for you, but it's exciting for me, and I really do appreciate it. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on. I do have a candle blessing today, which we will do in just a minute. I want to go over the choices for you if you've never watched a tarot pick a card before, or maybe if you have, I'm just going to go over the rules real quick. This is group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. And intuitively choose a group. I also have some charms, so just stay put for a sec because I'll have some corresponding charms. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these out. I have these super cute. So they're supposed to be keychains, and I made these a couple months ago, but I never actually made them into keychains, so I'm gonna use them for these. So for group 1, I have this peace sign for you, this glittery peace sign. All right, for group 2, I have this guy, and I want to say his name. I want to say that the official name for this is like a molete or a mocalete. I don't remember, and I used to know because when I bought these, like the official name is on like the list, like the description or whatever. So unfortunately, I don't remember what the official name is, so we're gonna call it a guacamole chip holder. I'm so sorry. Please correct me down below. But he also has some green glitter on the back. All right, put that bad boy right there. Group 3, I have for you this dog bone. And group 4, I have for you this cow tag with this beautiful blue glitter. Like I said, I made those, so super exciting. We're also going to do a candle blessing, so let's go ahead and do that. So for our candle blessings, basically just think of an intention. It could be anywhere from I release energies that don't serve me, I invite more love into my life, whatever you really need right now. The first thing that comes to your mind maybe is the right answer. So we're gonna go ahead and do our candle blessing. Just meditate it for a second. Hone in on your intention. All right, and we're gonna light it. Cool. Beautiful. And I'm gonna set the candle off over to the side. So even if you don't see it, it is gonna be lit the entire reading, but he's gonna be right here, okay? And beautiful. So just 2 quick announcements, and then we'll get going. So I've been recording on Monday and trying to post my videos on Monday. So long story short, YouTube takes like so long to upload my videos, so instead I'm going to start scheduling. I'm going to record Monday and Fridays, and then I'm going to schedule the videos to be posted Tuesday and Saturday mornings. That way I have an official schedule. So be sure to subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss those alerts. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. Group 1, you are up first. So like I said, this is messages from your spirit guide. So let's see what's going on. Hello, group one. If you picked this peace sign, look, it's color changing glitter. How awesome. Anyway, this is your reading. I'm gonna put your peace sign on top of this clear quartz, okay? And we are actually gonna flip over our oracle card first today, because I have a different way I'm gonna do our reading. Normally I do tarot cards first and then do oracle cards, but I saw something on Betty Tarot's website that made a lot of sense to me. And then I also watched a reading yesterday, and I saw a reader like actually do this on the reading I watched. So anyways, Betty Tarot talks about doing the oracle cards first, using the oracle cards as like the meat of the reading instead of using tarot cards. And I thought that was really awesome. And then I saw it in action yesterday with a reader that I watch on YouTube as well. And so we're going to try that today. We're going to use the oracle cards to give us the main message, and then the tarot cards are going to be the clarifiers. So really exciting. I never do it like that, so I'm pretty happy to try something new. So let's flip over our oracle card, and you have Carnelian, feed your creativity. So messages from your spirit guides, feed your creativity, however that means to you. This is going to more than likely be the theme of today's reading. Feed your creativity. What lights you up? I'm hearing like, you know, maybe if you've been thinking about getting more into painting, getting into, you know, maybe refurbishing furniture, whatever really, like I said, feed your creativity, whatever lights you up and gets that like creative side of your brain flowing. So I'm going to take a sip of my coffee because it's 8 a.m. here. And we're going to get started. So like I said, oracle cards first. So let's see how this goes. And if you've never been to my channel before, we live shuffle. So, they're jumping today. So these are messages from your spirit guides, group one. Messages for group one's spirit guides. Messages from group one's guides. Cool. All right. So we have awareness. And we also have truth. Okay. So awareness and truth. Interesting. Let's keep going. See if there's any more. Awareness and truth. Do we have any more of these oracle cards for group one? Any more of these oracle cards for group one? All right. I will shuffle this again later to see if there's any more. We're going to keep going. Just grab a couple more cards. We also have Love Begins. Lots of one. We have ones so far, so new beginnings are on the horizon. Maybe starting a new creative adventure. So let's see. Any oracle cards for group one? All right, let's start here. We have awareness. Nothing will come out of the situation. Step out of your comfort zone. Okay. So, can you see all these? Yeah. I'm going to push our peace sign to the back. Soon I'm going to have a different camera angle where it's like up, so you can see the whole card reading. But for now, just bear with me. So, like I said, we have awareness. We have truth. We have Love Begins. And nothing will come of this situation. And step out of your comfort zone. So, first off with the awareness, truth, I'm really hearing like becoming aware maybe of what your spirit guides want you to know. Becoming aware of what doesn't serve you anymore and being honest with yourself, because I think this pile, it really, for me, it feels like this pile is kind of holding on to things, like I said, that don't really serve you anymore. Hold on. You're going to get some tarot cards. Why is awareness here? Okay. We have the Lovers. So disharmony, something in your life is really creating some disharmony. It could be your job. Let me see. Yeah, we have the Page of Cups. So it could be your job, but it also could be your relationship, because we have this Page of Cups here, and then we also have the Lovers in reverse, and this is feeding off of the awareness card, okay? And to me, the Page of Cups is like, you know, normally the page is like this innocent energy that is happy-go-lucky, go with the flow. And I'm really hearing that you guys are out of flow right now, and it could be because of a relationship. You're holding on to a relationship, or you're holding on to a job that doesn't serve you anymore. And so with this Truth card here, I feel like it's about being honest with yourself and kind of making like a hard choice in a way, because yeah, like I said, I'm just seeing some disharmony. And then we also have this void of course moon, which says nothing will come of this situation, which is so funny because I actually Googled this morning what a void of course moon is, because I have like an astrological planner, and tonight, this is Monday, March 8th, tonight there's a void of course moon, and it basically means that like it's just like a period, like when the moon is void of course, it's, my understanding is like it's going into the next sign or next planet, or next sign, I think. I don't know, I could be wrong, but basically during that time, it's like you don't operate at your fullest potential. The void of course moon causes you to be like out of flow, and like this Page of Cups, out of flow, disharmony, and it's just like not a good time to be creative during that void of course moon. So that's pretty interesting. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, it says nothing was going to come out of this situation. So like I said, it's just something that you're holding on to, I believe. And in order to kind of move past it, you have to be honest with yourself and like just understand that, especially if it's a relationship, like understand that it's okay. Don't hold on to something longer than you feel comfortable doing, just because maybe you're scared of being alone, or scared that you're never going to find anyone again. But that's not true. It's just really taking the time, like this card says, stepping out of your comfort zone. Okay, so let's see, why is the Truth card here? Why is the Truth card here? Perfect. So we have the Ace of Swords. So I'm going to put these down here. We have the Ace of Swords, and then we have the Page of Wands. So I'm actually going to look up in my book what this number 20 means, just because I'm curious. Yeah, okay, so this card right here, and sorry that I'm pulling out my book for oracle cards. It's just near impossible to remember every single meaning for hundreds of oracle cards. I have like 5 different decks. So all right, so don't come at me. Anyway, the qualities of this card illustrate spiritual awakening, clarity, revelation of truth, and cosmic consciousness. Yeah, like evaluation of the past along with the lessons that you've learned must be a top priority. Doing so will be able to forgive and accept. Reminds you that a significant change must be made. So with that being said, it's so interesting because it says don't make any hasty decisions, take your time. because this Page of Cups could also mean impulsiveness. So yeah, so I definitely think that being a little strategic during this time period, especially if creativity is in the sense of like I said, creating something brand new, building something from the ground up, whether it be like a creative business. But yeah, evaluating where you're at, being honest with yourself, and not to be impulsive is what I'm hearing. So we have this Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords to me is kind of like I said, a new beginning. And I mentioned that at the very beginning of this, because we have 1 and then 1 here, and then we have the Ace of Swords here. So the Ace of Swords is a new beginning, and it's talking that you are going to be victorious in this endeavor. But with its Truth card, it's reminding you not to be impulsive, like I said. But you guys are going through radical changes right now. A lot of you have probably gone through a spiritual awakening in the last year, and you're just now figuring out maybe like who you are within the spiritual awakening. You're figuring out what makes you light up, what makes your soul happy. So yeah, we have this Page of Wands here, and the Wands corresponds to fire in astrology. So very quick, fast-paced movement. And it's interesting that it's interesting that the Wands is here after this, telling you not to make hasty decisions, because I do feel like Wand energy is very fast-paced. But I think it also is just a reminder to, even though your life is changing very rapidly and very fast, it is a reminder to say that, like I said, just, think every decision that you make through. Don't rush into anything, because if you do rush into stuff, I feel like this is where you come and you're going to be out of balance. And so the Page of Wands is, all the pages are like this innocent, well, quote unquote, like young being. You don't have to be young, it could be any age, but for the suit of the page is what I mean. And she's ready, she's ready to kind of go forward and take the next step towards what she's looking for, and taking the next step towards her dreams. And she's excited. And the Page of Wands to me is also very creative. So lots of creativity here. I do feel like this pile is supposed to be doing something like a creative venture. And it doesn't even have to be like painting or anything. It could be music. I'm hearing music. I'm hearing even tarot. Tarot, I feel like is an art in itself. So if you've been wanting to start like a YouTube channel or like your own Instagram page, whatever, like I said, music, art, this is definitely, I feel like, the pile that is going down that route. Even writing, I feel like writing is just, it's a very creative thing as well. So love begins. And I think with this new beginning, it could be romantic love, but I do feel like it's just love from like the spiritual side. Your guides are saying that pretty soon you're going to be receiving an outpouring of love. And this could be love in the terms of prosperity, happiness, financial abundance. I think whatever you've been really asking for. And we also have this rainbow here. So rainbows could be significant to you, or it could be a sign from your guides that you've been asking for. So here's your rainbow. And like I said, it's just an outpouring of prosperity and love and abundance. And I think you're going to really feel like great and peaceful going into this new chapter. And your guides are always here. Your guides are here. They're, you just call on them and they're there, They are assigned to our soul. They are not going anywhere, I promise you. So, hold on. I'm gonna get my, oh crap, I just dropped like a bunch of cards. And I'll just pick them up later. I'm not gonna use that deck anymore right now. So, anyway, we are gonna do some spirit animal cards. So, let's see, spirit animal cards for group 1. We have the dolphin spirit, number 20. This and that are true. Let's see. Spirit animal for group 1. Spirit animals for group 1. Messages from your guides. Last shuffle. Any more messages for group 1? All right. So, and then we have the parrot spirit with number 45. So, watch your words. Parrot spirit, watch your words. And this and that are true. So let's see why watch your words is here. Why is watch your words here? We have the 5 of Pentacles, which is all about like shadow work and inner healing. And I do feel like watch your words is not so much watch your words to other people. That was my initial thought, but when I have to pull the 5 of Pentacles, immediately what came to my mind is watch how you speak to yourself. Do not speak to yourself, like do not talk down to yourself, especially when you're going into something new and it's scary, it's unknown to you. It's normal to feel anxious and overwhelmed, but don't tell yourself like, oh, my dreams aren't possible. Don't talk down to yourself. Don't automatically dismiss your dreams because someone else told you it's not possible. So I definitely feel like this is just watching your words to yourself and maybe even trying to like pinpoint where some of those negative thoughts that you hold about yourself come from. I feel like your guides are really asking you, where do these feelings of worry and feelings of self-doubt and feelings of you're not good enough for your dreams, where does that truly come from? Did it come from someone in your childhood that told you that? Is it just a narrative that society has ingrained in your brain? Just trying to really figure out where that is coming from. And healing those parts of yourself is a huge one. So we also have the dolphin spirit, this and that are true. So let's see why. Why do we have the dolphin spirit here? Okay. So we have the 2 of Cups. We have the King of Wands. We have the Tower. So immediately, my first thought is I feel like there is someone in your life that may be telling you that what you're trying to do is not possible. You may have that naysayer that isn't 100% supportive of your dreams, because the King of Wands can represent personality traits within ourselves, but also the Court cards could represent other people in our life. And in this instance, this and that are true. I think you don't want to believe that this person is, I don't want to say deceiving you, but I do feel like in a way they are, if they're not being supportive of you and they say they're a true friend or they're your family member. I feel like if they don't support every single one of your dreams, in a way that is deceiving, because you can't pick and choose what you support in your friend or your family member. So yeah, I do feel like someone in your life is just kind of, like I said, naysaying you in a way and telling you that you're crazy and that it's not possible. And I feel like your guides are just kind of telling you, like, if you need to let this person go, you can do so safely. It's okay. It's hard to believe that someone would not be supportive of you, especially if there's someone very close in your life. But yeah, so that's kind of what I get off that King of Wands. But we have the Two of Cups, and then we have the Tower movement. So you guys are definitely being like shaken up, and the Tower movement can be scary and overwhelming and intense, but it's simply just getting rid of everything that doesn't serve you, everything that doesn't align with who you are now. That is what this Tower movement represents, being shaken to your core. But at the end of everything, the next card after the Tower is the Star. So even though this card is intense and scary, it is embodying this Two of Cups, making this dirty cup brand new again, renewing yourself, renewing your life, and going into this new chapter feeling renewed. You can't be holding on to people that aren't really here for you, because I feel like, in a sense, like, other people's energies can block our manifestations if we're not aware of it. And I feel like this is where cleansing your space comes in. Carrying your crystals, carrying some selenite or even some black tourmaline, and program your crystal with the intention that you want to protect yourself from those negative energies. But yeah, if someone is telling you, especially when it says feed your creativity, and you are going to go into painting or going to music or going into YouTube, like, a lot of people think that stuff isn't possible. I mean, shit, I started my YouTube channel, and my husband is supportive, but I think he's still a little skeptical, which is fine. Like I said, but he's supportive. He supports me. He doesn't say anything negative about it. But it's so, I say that because it is hard to believe that you can make a living off of your music or making a living off doing YouTube, but it's possible. There's people out there that have done it, and guess what? They're human just like you. And if they can do it, you can do it. It's all about believing in yourself and being consistent, and also being persistent. Do not ever give up on your dreams. If that is what will truly make you happy in life, or just truly make you happy for the next 5 years, then freaking do it. Okay, step out of your comfort zone and do it. Okay. I love that. So yeah, let's see if there's any more cards. I'm just going to go through my Oracle deck one more time. And if there's nothing, then I guess I will leave you here. So any more messages from Group 1's guides? Yeah, movement, choices, and decisions. Okay, so definitely lots of changes going on in your life. And if you can see, like, the sky is basically like, here's the sky, here's like a flower growing, here's some love, here's financial abundance. Like, he has so many choices right now. And not to say that you can't have all of this, because you can have unconditional love, you can have prosperity, you can have whatever that you are seeking and desiring, but you need to kind of like hone in on those things, not try to take everything on, because that's where you're going to get burned out. So movement, choices, and decisions. Do we have any cards for this? Movement, choices, decisions. Cool. Yeah, we do. Hold on. I have to pick it up with my feet because it flew on the other side of the room. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Sorry. Probably just bumped my camera. Okay. So very last card that we have is the Well card, and this is to clarify the movement, choices, and decisions. So with the Well card, it's all about listening to your inner guidance, and like I said, kind of calling on your spirit guides to guide you in the sense, because she has her pendulum here, so she's asking for guidance. She's also looking out into the vast see, where to me, it's like unlimited possibility, unlimited potential. You have the potential to make these dreams happen, and your potential is limitless. You can literally create and mold the life that you want, but it's all about listening to your intuition, and it's all about doing what makes you happy and not listening to anybody else. So, because they don't live in your life, they don't live in your skin, they don't know how you feel when you make music, or how you feel when you read tarot cards for other people. They truly don't know. So yeah, like I said, your guides want you to tap into their innate wisdom and their energy, and you can do that by sitting in meditation, calling on your guides, asking for their names, and the first thing that pops into your head, that's more than likely your spirit guide. And we have spirit animals here, so the parrot could be a spirit animal for you, or the dolphin, or they could just be a significant animal to you. So yeah, definitely follow your dreams. Don't be impulsive. Step out of your comfort zone. Feed your creativity. It's okay if this tower movement is scary and overwhelming, because your guides want you to know that you are divinely protected and they will always have your back. But yeah, so I hope this resonated, group one. Give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, group two. If you picked our guacamole holder, then you're in the right place. Sorry, still don't remember if it's molete or mocolete. I don't remember. Damn. Anyway, we're gonna put this little beauty up here on our clear quartz, and guess what? We're gonna be doing something a little different today. Sorry, my sinuses get really fucked whenever I'm doing card readings for some reason. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing something a little different today. We're going to flip over our oracle card first, and we're actually going to pull our oracle cards first. I saw this really cool thing on Biddy Tarot yesterday when I was, I freelance, right? And I just happened to come across this article when I was doing some research. And basically, Biddy Tarot suggested that using the oracle cards as kind of like the meat to your reading, and then using tarot cards to clarify the oracle cards. And I was like, wow, I'm gonna try that. I haven't tried that yet, because I see there's actually a YouTuber that reads that way and I never noticed. And so yeah, we're gonna do the oracle cards first and do tarot as clarifier. So I'm really excited. I did that with group one and it turned out great. So let's see what we got. Ooh, we have pink opal. Be kind to yourself. Okay, be kind to yourself, self-care. So this could be the theme of the reading. Let's go ahead and jump in and see what the cards have to say. So group two, pink opal, any messages from your spirit guides? Messages for group two, from group two spirit guides. Oh, sorry. So we have emotional loss. Well, we also have balance. Interesting. So let's just see if there's any more. Last shuffle for this deck. So self-care is a huge, wow, you guys have lots of cards that just flew out. Wow. All right. So conflict and defeat. And I'm going to try to get all these in the frame. I promise, guys, I'm going to have a way better camera system soon, or setup soon. I want to have it like to where you can see the whole table, and I got to figure out how to do that. So balance, emotional loss, conflict and defeat. We also have the waiting game. I'm gonna push our little baby over there. Okay, waiting game. I feel like obstacles and challenges, and trapped in fear. So lots of intense energy, right? So I'm sure that this card. Oh wow, yeah. So I have lots of 5s. So I do see that there is some conflict going on in your life, and I feel like it's very much internal. And so we're gonna go ahead and jump in with tarot cards to kind of explain some of these oracle cards. I think balance is a matter. You see how it's wand, pentacle, cup, and sword. I really do feel like this balance card is a matter of like not spending. Okay, so for instance, like balance in the terms of like, I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Like balancing your time outside, balancing your time that you spend with yourself, balancing the time that you spend with other people, balancing what you eat. I think it's just a whole matter of just getting yourself back into alignment. Maybe something has happened recently, or you're undergoing some major changes, major transformation, and you kind of lost sight of some of the things that you used to do. So maybe you used to work out every day and now you haven't really been doing that. Maybe you used to eat well and maybe you're not doing that now. So I do feel like it's a matter of finding your balance again in all areas of life. So we're gonna go ahead and just see some tarot cards. Okay, well, the Two of Swords wanted to come out immediately. So yeah, the Two of Swords. So if you're, I feel like this is just like balancing right now 2 things. You could have multiple things on your plate, but with this Two of Swords, it's duality, and it's, you know, making choices, and you may feel like any choice you make right now, you may be feeling like it's the wrong choice, or you may be scared to make choices. You may be scared to kind of go and go into this situation kind of blindly. It could be like an indecisive energy. So yeah, just trying to find balance into whatever is like kind of confusing you right now, whatever is causing you to be indecisive. Because I feel like we're gonna keep going. Hold on, we're actually gonna keep going. So why is emotional loss here? Why is emotional loss here? Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords. Okay. And we also have the Strength card. Okay. So emotional loss. And it's clarified by the Strength, Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So I do feel like it's Four of Swords is about resting. So especially if you've been like going, making sure you take the time to rest. And emotional loss, okay, so some of you could have recently like broken up with a significant other, lost a significant friendship, or maybe even just lost a close family member recently. And I feel like I'm only sensing that your guides, or this is why it says to be kind to yourself, because I feel like this group has really undergone some major emotional loss, and major loss in some way. So like I said, whether it be you actually lost somebody, they're not on this earth anymore, and if that happened, so like I'm really sorry, my condolences to you. But even if it's just a breakup, that's really hard in itself, especially if it was a very significant relationship in your life. Like, it's really hard. It's hard to pick yourself back up. And I feel like this is where the Strength card comes in. Because in a sense, I feel like you really need to, I feel like you need to heal yourself right now. Yeah, I think you guys need to take the time to heal yourself, because with the Strength card here, it does speak about, finding the strength to, move on from something, find the strength to kind of like get your head back on straight and finding your inner calm and your inner peace and all of this chaos. It's okay if you need to grieve a little bit longer. It's okay if you want to cry all day and eat ice cream because you just lost the love of your life. Like, it is okay. Take all the time that you need. There is no timeline to healing. I do suggest not to dwell on it forever, in the sense of like, don't let it get to a point where it takes everything else away from you. Like, don't let it affect, like, let's say you go to school, don't let it affect that to the point where you don't even show up for yourself, is basically what I'm saying. It's okay to grieve, it's okay to have or cry, it's okay to let those emotions out, but don't let it like get in your way of achieving the things that you have already set into play. So like I said, if you go to school, don't let it like mess up that opportunity for you. If you have a really great job, don't let it mess up that opportunity for you, but do take care of yourself. Just don't let it completely, I guess the best word for it is, don't let it create so much chaos that you forget to be yourself and find yourself. And this Four of Swords, I feel like, is rest and rejuvenation. Rest and rejuvenation. So taking the time to rest, however resting means for you. It doesn't even have to be sleep. If it's sitting in front of your TV and watching your favorite movie, or taking the time to paint your nails or go get your nails done, but taking the time for self-care. And our pink opal says to be kind to yourself, and be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up over, especially if you did lose somebody or lose a relationship, don't beat yourself up over the details of why it happened. It happened, and some things bad, some things, negative situations have to happen in life, but it's going to bring you something so much greater. And it's hard to see that great thing right now, which is okay, but just keep that in mind, okay? Because we have the Seven of Pentacles here. So I do feel like I feel like this is just part of your path, and that the loss that you have just undergone is going to kind of, in a sense, like catapult you into like a greater reality, and you're going to be able to use this pain, this situation, and you're going to be able to take your story and tell others about it and inspire others with it. So, monetizing your pain. It's the best way to put it. But like I said, I do feel like this, even though you have undergone a big loss, I do feel like it's going to, the light at the end of the tunnel is, I feel like you have a story to tell now. And everyone has a story to tell. We all have gone through shit in our lives that other people can relate to, or even just want to hear about. So, I do see that this is going to bring you some type of like foundation, some type of abundance. So yeah, we'll just see what happens with that. And conflict and defeat. So I do want you to look at this picture, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I feel like that's a huge message from your guides, is to remember that the pain that you're feeling right now is only temporary, and that they have so much in store for you, and they have things that are happening behind the scenes that you don't see yet, and that's okay. The universe works best unseen. And we're gonna pull some tarot cards to see if there's any more messages that we can get out of conflict and defeat. Conflict and defeat. Conflict and defeat. Perfect. So we have the Three of Cups, and it did come up in reverse. So I do feel like, actually I'm going to pull, I feel like there's like another card that goes along with this. Conflict and defeat. Ha! I knew it. Let's see what it is. Ooh, the Tower in reverse. How interesting. So I think that in a sense, you're kind of being resistant to the change. Like, I think you do kind of want to hold on to this relationship, or especially if it's a relationship, I think you're trying to hold on to it a little bit too tight. Now, of course, if you did physically lose somebody, that really wouldn't apply to you, but I do feel like for the people that have just lost a relationship or significant other or significant friendship, that you're kind of being resistant to the change. And because I feel like that's what this Tower is saying, this Tower in reverse, because you can't get to the Star card if your Tower is in reverse, is how I view it, so I think you're also being a bit fearful of what's to come. But with this Three of Cups in reverse to me is disharmony. And I feel like it's disharmony within relationships. And and like, I feel like in a sense, I feel like you may feel disconnected from your inner guidance, whether that be your higher self, your spirit guides, angels, or just God in general. I feel like you feel really disconnected because at this point you're asking, why did this have to happen to me? What was the purpose of this? This is really hurting me right now. But I want you to try to understand that in this human experience, that heartache, that pain, sometimes that's essential for us to kind of grow and evolve and learn the lessons that our soul came here to learn. And we don't always understand why things like that have to happen, but they do. And it's important to remember that it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And there's going to be some good that comes out of it. It may not happen right away, but like I said, I think that you guys are going to take this pain and really turn it into something great and use it as fuel to your fire. So we have the waiting game here. So waiting game, why is the waiting game here? Boy, I was about to think, hold on, I might see the top of my head. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles here. So the waiting game. I'm going to pull this card up so you can see it. I do, in a sense, we're kind of waiting for this tree to grow. And I forget what these things are called, but it's like a little sand timer or whatever. And you can see that the sand is almost out of this top and almost all of it's down to the bottom. So like I said, even though things may feel very heavy and very tense right now, it's not always going to feel that way. Because we have this Knight of Pentacles here, and the Knight of Pentacles, he charges forward with confidence. And the Pentacles is our earthly pleasures, and it doesn't always have to be money. It could be, our relationships on this earth, children, but it could also be materialism and money. So the Knight of Pentacles is this ambitious, practical person. And so I think it really is just amounting to say that, like, you're asking for results that are just not ready yet. So continue holding on to faith is what your spirit guides are asking you to do, and hold on to this ambitious attitude that you have, especially if you are the type of person to turn that pain into something that you can create and help other people with. Taking the time, or not taking the time, but being patient with your journey, being patient with the results that you're seeking. We have obstacles and challenges here, and we also have trapped in fear. So I do feel like these cards kind of feed off of each other. Obstacles and challenges. First off, I just want you to see this. We have like the riverbed down here. We also have some lightning bugs. So the lightning bugs are essentially like illuminating the way for him to be able to see that this path is broken. So I do think that your guides are letting you know that they are shedding light on the things that don't serve you anymore. So if you do see yourself going through losses, whether it be friendships or relationships or jobs even, it's essentially they're just trying to strip you of the things that don't serve you so that you can go and make something really great and make something that helps other people. And there's always going to be challenges in everything that we do in life. Nobody has it easy. I know it may seem like people have it easy, but most of the time people do not have it easy. And you know, it's about taking that leap of faith. And even if you do fall, like there's like a little riverbed to kind of catch you. And but I don't think you're gonna fall. I think you're really gonna prosper and you're gonna prevail and you're gonna get through this time in your life. But it's just, you can't really see that right now, and it's hard to believe it because you probably are just very emotional, and emotions are just really running high and running tense, and trapped in fear. So I do feel like you're scared to like trust again. You're scared to kind of like take a step forward again, because you feel like if you do, it's all just going to be taken back from you. It's all going to be stripped away from you, like something was already stripped away from you again. So I feel like it's really hard for you to trust in your guides, and it's hard for you to trust that that like you're being divinely guided, because you're scared to make moves, because you're scared to lose people again. You're scared to lose situations again. And I understand, you know, try to remember that things don't always stay bad. Things don't always, you know, unless you're resistant to change and you continue being resistant to that change, you know, then I think you're going to run into lots of blockages within your manifestations. But if you are able to remember that change is, even though it may be hard and it may be emotional, but change is good for you. Change is what you need at this point in your life. So not to be fearful that if you do make a step forward, don't be scared that it's going to be just taken back from you again. So yeah, try not to make decisions out of fear. Try to make them out of, you know, clear, concise decisions. So we're going to pull a couple more oracle cards. Moonology. Okay. Any more for group 2? Okay. Confidence is your key to success. So being confident in your choices, being confident in, in your life, and not to be trapped in fear, but to make choices and decisions out of confidence. And we have bring love into the situation with the new moon and Aquarius. So I do feel like this is really just about loving yourself and pouring more love into you, pouring more care into yourself, and opening up your heart chakra to, you know, especially, I'm not saying to jump into another relationship or whatever, but you know, if you feel called to reach out to a friend that you haven't reached out to, if you need support from somebody, you know, don't be afraid to reach out and ask for that unconditional love and support. But make sure you're filling up your own cup first before you go and try to fill up somebody else's cup. That's a huge message that just came in from your guides, is, like I said, filling your own cup up. And if someone is offended that you're filling your own cup up before helping them, then honestly, they're just not a true friend, because someone can't expect you to drop everything when you're not even at your, when you're at a really low point. They can't expect you to just automatically be recharged and supercharged, especially after going through something really rough and really tough. So bring love into the situation. Hold on. And last, we're going to be doing some spirit animal oracle cards. So let's see what spirit animals for group 2. These cards kind of stick together. Group 2 spirit animal cards. Perfect, thank you. So we have the dove spirit, and it says be peace. So a dove could be significant to you. And we also have time for a beginner's mind. Okay, so I do think that time for a beginner's mind is you are going to be starting new again. You know, whatever that you just went through in terms of loss, you're essentially going to be starting over again. And maybe you lost like your husband, so now you have to kind of figure out how to live your life single again and build your foundation up again, or whatever the case may be, whatever kind of loss that you just went through. But time for a beginner's mind, and going into this new chapter, going into this next chapter with like childlike innocence, childlike wonder and curiosity. And because, you know, most of the time children are not trapped in fear. They just do whatever they want to do because they haven't really been worn down by society yet. So going into things with that childlike innocence and curiosity, and what can this new chapter, what can this chapter bring me? So yeah, and then be peace with the dove spirit. And I do feel like this is just trying to say, bring more peace and serenity into your life. And I'm going to pull out my book for this because I actually have never pulled the dove spirit, to be completely honest. And I use this deck quite often. So, very curious to see what the dove spirit has to say. So, with her peaceful cooing, the gentle dove spirit invites you to embrace the energy of peace and allow compassion to warm your heart. You always have the power to generate peace within you, and the appearance of dove spirit is to remind her today that every day is a good day to meditate, to quiet any turbulence within you as you embody tranquility. Interesting. So yeah, just bringing more love into your life. I feel like these, what card? Oh yeah, this card and this card kind of, you know, bounces off of each other. Remembering to find your inner calm, inner peace. And yeah, I feel like that's really a huge theme for you guys right now is like I said, to find that inner calmness within all the turbulence that you may be experiencing right now. But group 2, that is your reading. I hope that it brought you some clarity, and if it did, if it resonated, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. If you picked the dog bone, then you were in the right place. I'm going to stick him up on my clear quartz up here. Oh, you should be able to see him, like kind of blend in with the quartz. Oh, you can. Cool. And look, your candle, or the candle for the whole group, is still lit. So, we're going to be doing something a little different today. We're going to be flipping our oracle card over first, and then we're also going to be pulling oracle cards first. I saw this really interesting thing on Biddy Tarot where she suggested using oracle cards for the main message and then using tarot cards as clarifiers. So I'm going to try that today. I have been trying that today and I like it. So yeah, I may not read like this every time, but I just wanted to give it a try. So let's go ahead and flip over our oracle card. And we have Moonstone, Live Your Purpose. I love it. I love it. Live your purpose. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Love it. All right. So super excited to see what your cards are. Group 3. So yeah, group 3, Moonstone, Live Your Purpose. What is in the cards from your guides. What is in the cards from your guides? Moonstone, live your purpose. Oh my gosh. Any more cards for group 3? Any more cards for group 3? Last shuffle. Yeah. Last shuffle. Okay. Okay. All right. So we have, actually I'm going to try to do this in the order it came up. We have the waiting game. Oh crap, sorry, my arm itches. We have the waiting game. We have the new beginnings. We have shadow. And we have temptation. I'm gonna actually put him over here up to the side. Okay. And we have temptation. So the waiting game, let's start there. Why is the waiting game here? So we have the Ten of Cups. So we have fulfillment. A couple cards come out. We have the Emperor. We have the Emperor. We have the Ten of Swords. And we also have Temperance. I love Temperance. Look how beautiful this card is. Oh, I love the gold foil. My favorite. Oh, look. And look, there's a little eyeball. I don't know if you see that eyeball. I've never actually noticed that before. That's interesting. Cool. Anyway, so the waiting game clarified by the Ten of Cups, Temperance, the Emperor, and the Ten of Swords. So starting with the Ten of Swords and the Emperor. The Ten of Swords, I feel like either you have just gotten out of a situation that has caused you like major defeat, like made you feel this way, or you are about to find like, because, okay, so the Moonstone, live your purpose. I feel like this is all about stepping into your power, kind of finding your soul's purpose. And I feel like you guys have been in a situation that doesn't align with your soul's purpose, or doesn't align with what you feel like you came here to do. So if you haven't already like gotten out of the situation, I feel like this is a sign to do so, a sign from your guides to say it is time to kind of move on. And because the situation that you're in right now is causing you to feel like this is like major defeat, like it's almost going to kill you but not literally, just I feel like kill, like in a sense, like it's really just prohibiting your soul to feel fulfilled. And I feel like fulfillment is what you guys are kind of seeking right now. You want a stronger foundation, you want more happiness and satisfaction and more stability in your life. I feel like that's something that you guys have been asking for. And we have the Emperor here. So the Emperor in the major arcana is like the fool's father figure that teaches him tradition and discipline. And so I do think that, okay, so we have the waiting game here, the Ten of Swords, and then the Emperor. So I do feel, so like I said, discipline, finding, okay, especially during this waiting period. I think that like this waiting game is really just saying that, yes, what you've been asking for, whether it be asking for your guides, manifesting it is coming to you, but like you're not going to get the full scope of everything. Like there's still some things in the background that need to be worked out and figured out. And so I do feel like this is just a matter of staying true to yourself and staying disciplined and not like to keep your eye on the prize in a sense, because you are going to be successful. I feel like the Emperor is about success. He's also ruled by Aries, so you could have Aries in your chart, but it doesn't have to be. And then we have Temperance, and then you have the Ten of Cups. So Temperance, like, to me, Temperance is, okay, also Temperance is ruled by Sagittarius, so you could have Sagittarius in your chart as well. But Temperance does help us find our purpose in life. It's about balancing, being patient, and literally finding your purpose. So it fits so well within this moonstone, and I think that you have gotten a glimpse of what you've came here to do, but you don't have, like I said, you don't have the full scope, but you have a glimpse. And I think it's just your guides are saying, hold on to that vision, because that vision is what is going to kind of like catapult you, especially because we have the new beginnings here. And I think most of the collective is going through some type of new chapter transformation energy, because we have the spring equinox happening. I think it's later this week or next week, and so that is really just going to be a shift for a lot of people, a shift in energy, and it's going to start like a new chapter, a new life, a new part of this journey of why we're here. And so yeah, I think you have gotten a glimpse of what you're here for and what your life purpose is, but you haven't received the full answers. So I think your guides are really saying that you're not meant to know everything right now, but like the pieces that they have shown to you, continue to work on those, continue to hold on to that, because you're going to see success from like the small parts that they've already revealed to you. And we have this Ten of Cups here, which is fulfillment and satisfaction. So I do feel like this kind of tells a story in a sense, like the waiting game, okay? But then we have the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the Emperor. He kind of, I feel like, is teaching this Ten of Swords how to pull the swords out of his back and get back on track. And then we have the Temperance here to say, find some balance within your life and continue, like I said, finding your purpose. And then we have this Ten of Cups, that if you do hold on to this vision and you are patient, that this is what is to come. Ultimate fulfillment, completion. Maybe if you've been trying to bring family into your life, like maybe this is a great sign to say that it's possible. And because we have the waiting game here, so maybe you have been trying for a child, but for one reason or another it hasn't happened yet. But so this is a sign to say that if you've been hoping for a kid, that you may receive news soon. I also have a rainbow here, so that is a sign from your guides. They are always here for you, always. They will never let you drown, okay? They will always be here for you. So we have the Ten of Cups, like I said. We have the baby family card, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be that you're building yourself a firm foundation, and that's what you're going to get at the end of this waiting period. So we do have new beginnings. And so I think for a lot of you, like, look at that. She's like taking on the world. Like she's like standing on the earth. She just closed this chapter, this old chapter, and she's starting something brand freaking new. And like, I don't know if you can see the steps. Like literally she's walked away from this old chapter. She's closed the door and she's embarking on a brand new adventure. She has no idea where it's going to bring her. This is like the Fool card, basically, okay? You have no idea. You're just taking a leap of faith and you're trusting in your guides. And I think that's a huge message right now, is to say to continue trusting, because they are doing a lot of work behind the scenes that you can't see, and they have your back. So continue to take that leap of faith and continue listening to your inner guidance, okay? Now, Shadow card, and we have Temptation. So the Shadow card, let's see. Why is the Shadow card here? Okay. We have the Page of Swords, and then we have the Nine of Wands. So Interesting. So we have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords, all the pages are kind of this like young, refreshed, innocent energy, and you don't have to be young. It's just, this is what the page kind of, the energy embodies, is that like young at heart, innocent energy. So with the Page of Swords, I do feel like, okay, so thinking, you have your shadow, and maybe along the way, or maybe even right now, some things from your past are presenting themselves in your mind. And because the Page of Swords it is about curiosity, restlessness. So I want to say, maybe if you have been feeling restless, or you feel like there's just something holding you back, it could be something from your past that is just like energetically tied to you, and you need to essentially let it go. And I'm not sure what it is. It could just be your own fear-based thoughts, or it could be an actual situation that happened in the past. But I'm hearing that you need to kind of let go of it. And once you do, like, that restless energy should kind of subside, and you should find some more clarity. But don't hold on so much to this like past version of yourself, because we have this Knight of Wands in reverse, and it does talk about being like defensive, fearful, maybe even paranoid in a way. And it could be that like things seem too good to be true right now, so it's causing you to feel like, what is actually happening? Like, I never had this much luck, like the wheel never turns in my favor this much, like what is happening? And I think that because you feel that way, it's really creating these shadow parts of yourself to come up. So I really encourage you, if you feel that way, like maybe you feel like you're not worthy of this new awesome thing that like your guides have presented to you in your life. Maybe, like I said, you have found a job, or you have found something that helps you live your purpose, but you're like you're kind of questioning it, like, am I really ready for this? Is it really for me? Is it, like I said, is it too good to be true? So kind of figuring out why you feel that way. Why do you feel like something is going to be taken from you? Why do you feel why do you feel like the universe is playing games with you? That's one thing that came into my mind. So I do feel like like I said, some shadow energies are going to come up, some intense things from your past, or just some limiting beliefs about yourself. They will come up, but this Page of Swords, I do feel like you're going to get through it. But just stay mindful, and just try to have a little bit more confidence in yourself too. We have temptation with the number 15. So I do feel it's so interesting. I never realized this. So he has there's a key right here with a heart. You can see that heart, and then he has like the key to unlock it, but he's essentially like trying to kind of like hold it back, and he's being swept up by this darkness. I've never looked at this card so in detail. I feel like your guides are trying to give you, like, this is the key that they're trying to give you to unlock like unconditional love and happiness, and they're trying to give you everything that you want, but this shadow is kind of what's holding you back. You're questioning it, you're not believing in it. So it's like they're trying to hand you the key to your kingdom, but you're like, I'm not worthy. So trying to not go back into those old ways of thinking, because they don't serve you going into this new chapter or whatever is you're going into. You're definitely like a little confused, and like feel like you're being torn, like this is like do I want to take it? Do I not? But don't be swept up by those fears, and don't be swept up by the limiting beliefs that you hold about yourself, and don't go back to your old ways. Try to remember to keep your thoughts positive, and if you have established healthy habits, not to go back to the unhealthy habits. If you suffer with addiction, substance abuse, and not to be tempted to go back to that way of living, because your guides are urging you to step into this new chapter, because they have so much to show you, they have so much to give you, but they won't be able to give it to you if you kind of go back into your old way of thinking and old way of living. So we're going to move on to Moonology cards. So let's see what Moonology cards we have. So yeah, nothing is yet set in stone with the mutable moon. And let's see, any more? Oh, okay, cool. And then we have a win-win outcome is in forecast. And we have prosperity lies ahead with the new moon in Taurus. So I think with this nothing is set in stone, it's telling you that the situation you're in does not the end all be all. You could just be, you could come into an opportunity that is only there for a short chapter of your life. Or this just is to say that the entire picture hasn't been shown to you. So maybe you have gotten a glimpse of your purpose. You have gotten a glimpse of what this next chapter looks like for you, but you haven't seen the whole picture. Your guides are letting you know that there is more to come. So don't get content in this little, what you think is going to happen, because I feel like your guides are really going to surprise you, and in a good way. Because this is a win-win outcome is forecast, with the full moon in Libra. And then, like I said, prosperity lies ahead with the new moon in Taurus. So, this new chapter that you're going in, as long as you don't feed into the temptation of going back to an old way, there is a firm foundation ahead for you. There is lots of happiness and abundance and fulfillment, because we have that Ten of Cups come up very early on in the reading. So I really like this for you guys. I think this is awesome. So you probably hear my son talking. He's just walked by the room. All right, and then we're gonna have these spirit animal cards. Ooh, our candle just went out. Well, it's done being lit. Anyway, so any spirit animal oracle messages for this group 3. Group 3 Moonstone, any oracle messages? Yeah, all right, let's start there. You had quite a few come out. We have the lizard spirit, dream the world into being. So literally, you have the power to manifest. I really feel like if we're talking in the sense of the Wheel of Fortune card, and the wheel of karma is in your favor right now, and take advantage of it. Is what your guys are saying. Take advantage of this prosperous time, because everything you touch right now is going to turn to gold. Okay, so dream the world into being. Now is a lucky time. What did I say? I didn't look at this card. I promise. I don't look at these cards when they come out. So now is a lucky time with the rabbit spirit. Oh, I love that. And look, there's a big rabbit and 2 little baby rabbits. So definitely, some of you are trying to have children, this is a good sign that I think you guys are going to receive some good news soon. Or maybe someone in your life is going to be pregnant. So we have the rabbit. I love that. I love this card. It's so cute. I got the porcupine spirit. Time for a beginner's mind. hold on, we're gonna keep going. Can you see that? Maybe not. The cow spirit, their miracles are endless. And the skunk spirit, know your worth. So lots of positivity in this. I love this. This is such a positive deck, or such a positive group. I really love this for you guys. I feel like this new chapter is going to be so completely new for you. Like it's going to open a lot of doors and opportunities, and that's going to align with your purpose. And I feel like for this group, that's not something that you've ever had thus far in your life. Like, this is really going to be the first time in your life where you feel like you're actually doing what you came to this earth to do, you know? Wow, I made such a good coffee this morning. Oh gosh, it's so good. Anyway, all right, so the skunk spirit, know your worth. Do not let anybody else tell you your worth. Only you truly know. You have the power to be confident and sure of yourself, and don't let anybody else tell you that your life purpose isn't your life purpose, because only you truly know what you're here for and why you're here, and you and your guides, you know what I mean? You and your guides know why you're here, and it's no one else's business to tell you otherwise. And then we have the cow spirit. The miracles are endless. So like I said, this is just a very, very, very lucky time for you guys right now. So take advantage of this energy. Take advantage of the energy, because it's, like the Wheel of Fortune says, the energy will not always be in your favor like this, but right now it is. So don't be scared to take that leap of faith. Don't be scared to make those bold moves and bold choices, because you have so much, like, your guides are really confirming your path right now. If you have been wondering if you're on the right path or questioning this path, your guides are really saying you are on the right path. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue making choices that bring you closer to your soul's purpose, and everything's going to work out fine. And that's all I have for you, group 3. I think we should just end it there, because this is such a beautiful reading. I don't have anything else. I don't know. I'm not really sure what else to say or that will come out, because you guys just have such a great head on your shoulders right now. Although, yes, shadow self and temptation came up, that is just, I feel like, is a forewarning to say, if those emotions, if you have, because even though this is a high point in your life or high period in your life, you're still going to have days where you feel low. And this is just to say, on those low days, don't get so sucked up into those low vibrational feelings and emotions. Simply just, if it's a low day, you don't have to make any moves. Take care of yourself on those days and try again the next, but anyway, thank you so much, group 3. I really love this for you. Tell me down below what you guys have cooking. I'm really interested to know. I want to know so bad. But give me a thumbs up too, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, group 4. If you picked the cow tag, you are in the right place. And hello, you are not you are last, but you're not least. That's what I meant to say, and then I kind of messed it all up, but whatever. I love this. Look at that glitter. There's little pieces of oh gosh, it's so pretty. Anyway, we're gonna put our cow tag right up here, and we are actually going to flip our oracle card over first today, which I never do. We're actually going to be reading a little bit differently than I normally do. I saw this thing on Biddy Tarot where she suggested, I can't even talk. She suggested to pull oracle cards first as the main part of the message or main part of the reading, and then use the tarot cards as clarifiers. And I was like, wow, that's actually really cool. I'm gonna try that. So that's what we've done today. And I may not always read like this, but it is nice to switch it up. So we have Black Kyanite, strong boundaries. Ooh, so let's see what's in the cards for you, group 4. Remember, these are messages from your guides. So the first one is to say set strong boundaries. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's go ahead and start with our Psychic Oracle deck. We live shuffle on this channel. So let's go ahead. Ooh, I love this. Look, love begins. Okay, and we also have spiritual union. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Is there... Oh my gosh, that one literally jumped out. Did y'all see that? Holy shit. All right. Gosh, you guys. Wow. Oh my gosh. All right. Wow. I've never pulled this. I've had this deck for years, and I have actually never pulled this card before. Wow. That is so cool. Wow. I love this already. Anyway. Wow, this is an awesome looking card. So interesting because group 3 also had New Beginnings and Shadow come out. So if you were kind of going between the two, check it out. But we'll continue to see what the cards say. So I'm going to put these down here. Wow, I'm going to have to look this up in the book because like I said, that is such a cool card. I don't know why I'm like amazed by it right now. I am. Anyway, so we have Love Begins. And I feel like for this group, especially because we have 1, 2, right? 1, 2. And the second one is a spiritual union. I really feel like this group is trying to attract some love into their life. And that's so awesome because like the spiritual union is like a kindred spirit, soulmate, like energy, you know? And it doesn't, I guess like it doesn't have to be in the sense of like a romantic relationship. Now, if you've been asking for a romantic relationship and that is something that you really are hoping to find very soon, then, you know, spiritual union will be for a relationship for you. But, okay, so we're just going to jump right into this message because I love it. Sorry, I don't know why, but this card is so... Anyway, so Love Begins. I do think for some of you guys, you are kind of trying to manifest more love into your life. And this is a really great omen to say that it's possible. But we have like the Black Kyanite says, set strong boundaries. So I do feel like this pile has had issues in the past with allowing, like, whether you date men, women, whoever, but like you've allowed partners in your past to, okay, I guess the best way to put it is that you have ignored red flags in the past when it comes to dating, when it comes to love. It's like, and this is not just you, this is a lot of people, and even I have done this in my past. Like, you come into a person, or you meet a person that you connect with, and it's hard to understand that if this person is showing red flags at the very beginning, that's just who they are. And if there are red flags at the very beginning, those more than likely those red flags are not going to go away. And it's hard to remember that we have the choice to cut that connection off because, you know, love is such a powerful feeling that sometimes we get so wrapped up in the fact that we want love, we feel like we deserve love, we all deserve love, but like we get so wrapped up in the feeling like, wow, I connect with this person, there's nobody else on this planet that I could possibly connect with. And that's not true. So I feel like this is where the Black Kyanite comes in, set strong boundaries, especially when you're looking for love and allowing love to come in, because very quickly love, and especially a bad partner, can break down the walls and the barriers that you have set up to protect yourself. Now, it's okay to let your guard down and open up to people, but you have to, in a sense, set those boundaries. And if someone is not going to be respectful of those boundaries, cut them off. You don't have to be scared that you're not going to have another connection again, because it's not true. Like, your guides don't want you to be with somebody that is just an a-hole. You know what I mean? If they don't align with you and your path when you meet them and you go on a couple dates and you realize that they don't align with you, it's okay to cut them off and in a sense move on to the next one, you know? Don't get yourself so wrapped up with somebody that shows major red flags at the beginning. because yeah. So I also wanted to point out, we have love begins with a rainbow. So a rainbow could be very significant to you, and this also is a sign from your guides. And spiritual union, you see how they kind of like reflect off of each other, and they're not the same person, but they are like a mirror of each other. And relationships are essentially a mirror of us. They reflect back, like they're a reflection of us in a sense. So if you do allow someone in your space that, like I said, doesn't align with you, then I feel like that is what, like, you're mirroring back that you don't fully believe that you're worthy of like a great love connection that doesn't make you feel like crap, you know. I don't know why that's like such a strong message. Like, spirit really just wants to get across that be picky when it comes to finding a partner, a lifelong partner. It's okay to be picky, okay? Ooh, don't know why, but someone needs to hear that. Oh my gosh, sorry. 2 cards just fell when I went to go shuffle my deck. Sorry if I hit my camera. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Why is spiritual union here? Why the frick? My cards keep falling on the ground. This is like, hasn't really happened so far. So like I said, I didn't say it in this group, I said it in group 3. The Wheel of Fortune. We have spiritual union, the Wheel of Fortune. So, sorry. Luck is definitely in your favor right now when it comes to love. So definitely take advantage of that opportunity, because not always is the wheel spinning in our favor. So, and it could be you're attracting, for some of you, it could be you're attracting business partnerships or even friendships, like your soul tribe. You know, if you're not seeking romantic love, like I said, it could be in the form of friendship or just partnership in general. So that's all I have for that. So we have new beginnings. So with these 2 cards here, I do feel like you are going to be coming into a new beginning of love. And like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic love, but love in some kind. You're going to be stepping into something new, a new connection maybe, new friends, a new group. But yeah, new beginnings. This is essentially the Fool card, this in a traditional tarot deck. You can see that she has closed this door behind her. She is stepping down the stairs into a brand new beginning. You know, the world is in her hand. She is just ready to take on and embark on the next thing to come her way. Now we do have Shadow here, so let's see. Why is the Shadow card here? So we have the Tower in reverse. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. So with the Shadow, or with the Tower in reverse, I'm seeing that some of you guys are being a little resistant to the change. And the Shadow, okay, so in relation to the Shadow card and the Tower card, I feel like you're being resistant because of a connection in your past that has made you feel like crap, as if like there's no more good people left in the world. And I think you're kind of, in a way, I feel like some of you guys are kind of scared to connect with somebody else, or connect with a new person or connect with a new friend, because you have like a negative narrative in the back of your mind from an experience with somebody else. So I really feel like Spirit is urging you to not, like, just because somebody else hurt you in your past doesn't mean that the next person will. Just because a friend was unfair to you in the past doesn't mean that the next friend will. So it's about releasing those negative feelings that you harvest from people in your past, kind of in a sense like energetically cutting them, like cord cutting. And in like a quick tutorial, like, you know, basically you can have that person in mind and kind of go up and down your arm like this to kind of get the energy flowing. Have that person in your mind, and then in a sense you kind of hold that energy in your hand, and you can go like this and spread out that cord. You can use a real pair of scissors or a visualization and just cut that cord with that person, and it's going to feel so freeing. You can even light a candle, a white or black candle, and light that and set your intention to protect yourself from those energies from your past that no longer serve you, or to release the energies that no longer serve you. Because I think that's why another part of the reason why this strong boundaries card is because you have allowed people in your past to overstep your boundaries. You haven't, you kind of just let people in your past do or say whatever they please, and without really ever sticking up for yourself or sticking up for other people. So this is really a strong message to take all those lessons that you've learned from past connections, past friendships, relationships, and apply them to the future, and apply them to this next connection that comes into your life. Now with the Seven of Pentacles here, it is someone that has worked hard, has planted their seeds, and they're kind of waiting for things to come into fruition. So you probably have done a lot of shadow work recently. You probably have done a lot of internal work. And I feel like this is really what that Seven of Pentacles is saying, that you have grown exponentially, within the last 6 months, a year. I feel like a lot of people within the last year have just woken up and their soul has grown a lot. So yes, lots of growth here. I love that. So we're gonna go ahead and keep going. We have movement, choices, and decisions. So for some of you, let's pull some tarot cards actually, before I go ahead and go off on a tangent about that card. Let's see what the tarot cards clarify it as. So number 2. Oh, really? This pile is playing with me because I haven't had cards fall on the ground at all. Okay, except for once earlier in our pile. So we have the Page of Swords here. Okay. And let's see. Movement, choices, and decision. Movement, choices. Any cards for that? So the Ten of Wands. Okay. So with the Page of Swords, and then we also have the Ten of Wands. So the Page of Swords. Oh crap! What the fuck? Sorry, something just dropped and scared the crap out of me. The Page of Swords, I do feel like she's ready to kind of take on whatever comes her way. The Page of Swords is a naturally innocent, childlike energy. So children are very curious. You may be even feeling a bit restless because you're trying to make some major changes in your life. And I feel like just being patient right now, with yourself and with the outcome of things, not to be so tied up into the outcome, and just kind of let things flow to you is one thing that your guides are urging you to do. Then we have the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands, yeah, it does talk about a burden of a sorts, because this bundle of sticks is weighing heavy on him. But in this sense, I'm not really sensing that. I mean, sure, you might have some burdens, but he has made it this far. You see this path, he's walking away from the sun, but he has already walked all this path, and he's determined. Even though these are kind of weighing heavy on him, he's determined to make it to his destination. And I feel like this card is really talking about accomplishment, and you have come a long way, and you should feel very happy and very proud of yourself. I don't feel like this is the negative connotation of the Ten of Wands. I do feel like this is more accomplishment. You have carried the burdens of others maybe for so long that now it's time to let somebody else kind of take care of you. Let somebody else take this bundle, and I I think especially if you do find a romantic connection, like you guys could essentially, what's the word? Like if your partner can pick up the slack in a way, I guess you could say, and help you out and give you support. And I feel like you guys are just on the right path. You have a great head on your shoulders. And these movement, choices, and decisions, I do feel like your guides are saying that lots of choices are going to be coming into fruition for you. And not to shy away from it, but to, like I said, go into it with that childlike wonder and curiosity, and like just believe in yourself and believe in the choices that you make. So we have choose wisely here, and like I mentioned, it's like he's giving him, like, okay, so there's a guy meditating with his palms up, okay, and I'm gonna actually, like I said, I'm gonna look at this card because I've never pulled it for myself, so that is so interesting. Anyway, so it says this card comes forth when you have a vision or goal that you want to achieve, but too many choices, scattered energies, and unrealistic expectations prevent you from attaining what you desire. Opportunities are bountiful, but there's a decision to be made at this time. This card reminds you that you have the options now around. This card reminds you that the options now around you may appear to have all the influence and power, but in reality, you're in control and responsible for the choices that you make. Take the time to think, analyze, and carefully look at the different possibilities that are in front of you. Don't be hasty just because you feel pressured, and don't be influenced by people who have no idea, expertise, or education in the area of your choices. A focused, wise decision far outweighs one made emotionally or in desperation. And I think this kind of feeds off of like this group as well, to make choices with logic, not to be impulsive, because I do feel like in a sense the Page of Swords, she could be impulsive, just kind of because the sword is a double-edged sword, you know. So choosing wisely and not allowing the opinions of others to sway your opinion or sway your decision. So choose wisely. Wise out here. Yeah, so we have the Devil, which is basically like temptation. And then we have the Knight of Swords, which this is actually, the Knight of Swords is what I was pictured in my mind, because I feel like the Knight of Swords, he is a bit impulsive, a bit abrasive and aggressive, and can be a little bit impatient. So I encourage you to not be tempted by what the other people have to say, making choices that really benefit you, and especially if it's choices in love or friendship. Maybe someone isn't supportive of a friendship that you have and it's causing some disconnect between you and another person, but just making sure that everyone in your life is really there for you, and making sure that the decisions that you make in this point in your life are decisions that benefit you, and not to worry about what anyone else says, because they don't know who you are at your core, and they don't live in your skin, you know. That's been a huge message, like not to allow people that literally aren't you, that don't live your life, not to let them sway your choices, because you are very capable of making your own decisions. So yes, and letting go of the outcome too a bit, because I do feel like the Knight of Swords is also a little bit overbearing. Like I said, he's abrasive. So, but with this Devil, it's not to be tempted, and not to, not, like I said, not to be so in control of the outcome. Let go of the outcome a little bit. Not to have, it's okay to want a lot for yourself, but don't set the bar so high that you could possibly never achieve it. Start with making small baby steps. You know what I mean? Even if you do, like, okay, for instance, so you do in a relationship, you don't have to find a connection right away. I feel like you could take a baby step and put yourself out there a little bit more. The first person that you go out with doesn't necessarily have to be that end all be all. You can date around a little bit. Just be respectful about it. Just trying to be very mindful of the choices that you make and not to be so obsessed with the outcome, and not to set the bar so high that it's unachievable. All right, I'm gonna push this deck over here because I am done with it for the day. We have this Moodology deck. Let's see. Oh, cool. We have a fiery climax approaches. So something is going to be happening very soon that kind of shakes up your world in a good way. And let's see. Major changes. And then it also says meditate and contemplate. So I think this kind of ties in to the choose wisely when it says don't make hasty decisions. Make decisions that you have really taken the time to think about and consider. And like I said, not to go into it with that abrasive energy, but to kind of slow yourself down and just make decisions out of logic instead of heavy emotions. Any more oracle cards? Okay. And oh wow, a new romantic cycle begins with the new moon in Libra. So like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. Like it could just be a friendship, but a new romantic cycle begins. So I do feel like if you have been trying to manifest love into your life or a partner, maybe it's been a while, I think this is a great omen to say that it's possible. Just don't rush into a relationship so hastily. Be sure that they are the person that aligns with you and that you could see yourself with for the long run, because I feel like it's the point of dating. I don't, sure have casually dated before, but I do feel like when you're seriously dating, that is what you're shooting for, is a long-term partnership, in my opinion. It's okay if you don't feel that way, but we're gonna have some spirit animal cards, and this will be the last oracle deck that I do. So any spirit animal messages for group 4? This deck is kind of hard to shuffle. So we have the groundhog spirit, time to let go. And I feel like that's asking you to let go of expectations, because like he has a heart in his hand, right? And like I mentioned, let go of your expected outcome, not to lower your expectations, but just to make them a little bit more attainable. And time to let go of the expected outcome, and let the universe, let your guides work for you. All right, last shuffle. I'm not gonna keep shuffling. Thank you. Every time I say last shuffle, it's like, oh, it's so funny to me. Buffalo spirit, the abundance universe will provide. And then we also have the giraffe spirit, see the big picture. And 2 + 9 = 11, so that could be significant to you. This is 10, and then this is 31, but 3 + 1 is 4. So, So see the big picture. Not to focus on so much of the small details, and I think that also attributes to when I say not to be so held on to the expected outcome, not to have the bar raised so high, but don't focus on the small details that lead you up to this ultimate goal. Focus on the big picture and let the universe do the rest. Let your guides do the rest of the work. And because the abundant universe will provide, they have your back. They know what your deepest desires are. Your guides are essentially tied to your soul because they had a contract before you came down here to always be with you, and they know your soul's purpose. They know you better than you probably know yourself. So let them do, you do the legwork here on earth, but let them do their part, behind the scenes. Continue doing you each and every day. Let go of the outcome and let the universe work for you. Let your guides work for you. But that is what I have for you. I really hope that you guys have a new romantic connection. That would be so awesome. New love is always so much fun. That honeymoon phase, it's always so great. So enjoy that time if you do have a new romantic connection come into your life. If this resonated with you, please give me a huge thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. I will see you later on this week. Thank you so much, Group 4. I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.